So I said that I wanted to show the behind the scenes of living with a mental illness. So I've been going through ups and downs for the past couple hours, arguing with someone close. Um, Going from having no emotion to having all of them, and being sarcastic and rude and just saying shit like smart ass back, and then also being severely emotional and talking about things. And yeah, I I was fine, just normal, not fine, but normal, until something happened. Not super deep. That was a very small, very, very small thing that happened. And it fucking just set me off on this fucking downward spiral into a depressed state. And when I get in the high, like highs and lows, like no emotion, super emotional, in both states, if something's happening and I feel like I can't really deal with it, I want to leave where I'm at. And my go-to thing to always say is, I'm gonna kill myself. Even though I don't really feel like I would or ever do that. And I always know that if that was actually going to happen, because like with my attempts when I was younger, I didn't tell people. It wasn't something I'd tell you. So yeah, like I had full face of makeup on when I got here, and like it just fucking, it cried, and like it was bad. So I took it off, and it's only like 8 o'clock. I go to bed at like 6 o'clock when I'm not here. It's Friday, so it's a little bit later for me, but I basically wake up and then wait to go back to sleep. Because my mother, she dispenses my medication now because of not suicide attempts, just like taking medication too much, like sleeping meds. Like if I couldn't sleep, I take more. And then most sleep meds are hypnotic type drugs. I can't remember the exact term. So they make you get out of it. And then I'd get out of it, and because I was out of it, I'd take shit more. So it was bad. I've had some incidences with that. So my mother, like the only medication I would ever take more of is sleeping medication. So like I don't know why she has my other shit. Like my heart medication I have to have. But yeah, so it's 8 o'clock. Trying not to go to sleep soon. But I just fucking I've been pretty good actually with, emotions, and being on a pretty constant plane, because I'm like bipolar and mood disorders. So it's very good with being pretty constant. But I have a lot of stressors going on right now. My anatomy finals Monday. I have another thing Monday that's really important. I have a lot of medical bills that my parents do not want to pay for, and my job has not scheduled me for 4 weeks because my store makes no business while the other stores make a lot. When they hired us before opening, they definitely hired too many people. So I've been trying to get my pay time off that I have because they haven't fired me. So like, give me my pay time off. I need some money. And I just found out today that I'm going to be transferred to a different store. And I have a possible internship, possibly. About an hour away from my house, so it's like an hour drive. And I don't know if it's in the colonial part of it, but it's a pretty big area, but there's only like 2 funeral homes up there, so I don't know how that's gonna go. I'm gonna call Monday because he told me to send my resume over, so I'll Monday see if he got it. But I was not expecting to be working in another funeral home, so my hair's green. I have a wig coming in the mail. I hope it's not terrible quality. See how that'll work out. Because you can't have green hair in a funeral home. It's like the balls on my lip piercing have been off from when I worked at the first funeral home. That affected me majorly. So that's something that's a story time eventually. And then the second funeral home, they didn't screw me over. They just weren't qualified for an intern. And they actually gave me the funeral director gave me a lot of information that the previous did not. So none of my hours I did from either funeral home counts towards my internship, which is 3,000 hours in Virginia. So, and like my family, my uncle, side of my uncle's family, so not blood related, they actually have a funeral home in Vineland, New Jersey. I'm from New Jersey, where it would be, a guaranteed job. And I've been very tempted to just run away and go up there. But with funeral directing, if you weren't aware, you have to be licensed in every single state you work. So if I did my interning hours in New Jersey, I couldn't transfer them to Virginia. So that's that. I mean, I feel a little bit better now that I've talked to a fucking camera. But, yeah, I don't really have a lot of support in anything I do. Like, my family has always been you go to school, you go to college, you move out. Education's number one. I always say I have a family, but we're not a family. Me and my mom are okay, but like my sister has had a lot of big life things happening in hers, like big life things happening in her life, and she doesn't tell me, and my parents tell me. So I have no idea what the fuck is going on with her. I bitch at my brother constantly because he's 19 and won't get a job. And like when I was 18, I was a full-time student at a university, and I was bitched at every single day to get a job. And they don't tell him to. They tell him once a week. And he lies a lot. So yeah, just waiting here for the Ambien to kick in, because that usually kicks in before the Seroquel does. Took all my other medication too. Probably gonna go smoke a cigarette before I lay down. But yeah. Also, have y'all heard about the Jeffree Star, Laura Lee, and Manny MUA drama that's going on right now? I follow them. Um, and like I remember in middle school when like I was literally in middle school when my friend she was showing me Jeffree Star videos like of his music and stuff, and she would listen to his music, and I'm not a big fan of his music, but like I remember I was like in seventh, eighth grade, and now he's this like amazing beauty vlogger, and like yeah, he's had mistakes that I'm not the one who can tell him if I forgive him or not, because I wasn't. It didn't like I don't want to say it didn't personally affect me, like you know what I mean. So and like I love like Manny, so like he seems like they all seem like they have a lot of drama and like very dramatic people, you know what I mean. But I mean we only see one side, so like people who like constantly pick out stuff on like Twitter and stuff, and like trying to say, oh, someone's shading somebody else, blah blah blah. It's like, don't dig that deep, please. But I like watching it all. I yeah. I straightened my hair today, and it's not straight anymore. And it's like 40 degrees outside. Not, I'm lying. It's like 60 degrees. But like all I'm wearing is LuLaRoe, so not much coverage, I guess. Okay. I guess that's all I want to say. That's kind of a look into hearing about the high and lows. The high and lows that people deal with when they're like this. I don't know if I necessarily say it's borderline or bipolar. I don't know which one I'd classify it as because I'm not a doctor, and I just know that's how I feel. So that's that. I will see y'all the next time something happens. Goodbye.